Welcome back, arcade and electronics enthusiasts. Today, I am working on a Mappy board set. This is a Patreon member's board. He reported that it would go through boot and would hang up. And it did hang up on I/O stuff. And he repaired one of these custom chips. And it's a valiant repair. I mean, for what it is, it's not bad. I mean, this was in this socket, and you'll see. I mean, this chip might not be any good. It might have corrosion inside of it because this thing. I'll show you this socket, and it is gnarly. If we can get in there good. It's kind of tough to yeah, it's a nasty board. Green, corroded, nasty. So it ain't no wonder this thing would hang up on I/O. Yeah, so yeah, super nasty socket. This and the fact that it would boot, this thing would boot up and go through, and then it would hang up on stuff. It wouldn't actually run. It would hang up on a RAM, I/O. It's a Mappy board. It's a Galaga style board, and we know about Galaga style boards. It's just sockets and maintenance, cleaning, and that's what this one's going to be. So I'm going to continue taking it apart, and then we'll remove all the sockets and everything, and I'll come back when it's all stripped out. So be back. All right, I have the desoldering, the socket removal and desoldering all done. And yeah, this I had to really clean this area. It was bad. It's still not great, but it's as good as it's going to get. It's still a little wet from alcohol, but you can see where that paint was coming off right there. Yeah, everything came out cleanly. But there was a lot of just filth and corrosion kind of in this area with this chip. And that socket, if you remember, was terrible. I've actually got that thing in the trash here. I don't know, it's in there somewhere. But yeah, you remember that socket was really bad. So next step is just repopulating, resocketing, and then re-cleaning after doing that. But this board set, these two boards were so filthy that I had to wash them. I wash them anyway after doing all that work. But yeah, all of the sockets are cleared out. It's really nice. No damage, no broken nothing. It's all good. Looking good and clean. So we will go ahead and get this thing resocketed, repopulated, and ready to fire up. Be right back. All right, got into this board. Remember, it had the corroded sockets and whatnot. This thing has a lot of corrosion in this area right here. From basically through here and up into here and over to here. So this area. So I'm removing everything in that area, and I'm going to clean it up and then recover it with some lacquer thinner, with some urethane coating, conformal coating. Replace these parts because that corrosion has to be dealt with. It was absolutely terrible in this area. This was hard to remove, these parts. Just corroded. Lots of corrosion in this area. And all down through here. I've heated those things up super hot with solder to try to flow some solder into there. I removed that guy just to be able to remove these parts. They gotta go. Way too much corrosion. So I'm cleaning that corroded area up so that it's not a worry going forward with this board. Okay, and I am through with the corrosion removal repair. And what I did was I just retinned all the traces. So I basically sanded this down with a really super fine grit paper and alcohol. I sprayed it to get it wet with alcohol first, and then I just kind of went over it with I think a 400 grit, and removed all the corrosion, sprayed it with alcohol, rinsed it good, dried it till it was just copper traces, and then I went with my tin solder and just coated the traces with tin solder. Yeah, see, there's still a little nasty corrosion there, but I got the bulk of it down through here. And I looked with my microscope at this, and there's one broken trace, and it is right there. Oops. Focus. Focus, please. You can see it right in the center of the screen. That's the one broken trace. So I'll fix that and repopulate. I got rid of that nasty corrosion, which looks really good. I'm really happy with the way that came out. So yeah, that had to be dealt with, because that was a really bad area. That was just didn't bode well for the future of this board, really, to be honest. So alright, let me get to repopulating. Okay, and this CPU board is done, populated with sockets. And I have to say, I am absolutely thrilled with how this board came out. Here's my new caps. These are 0.01 microfarad. And I'm really happy with this. I mean, look at how good this looks. Nice tinned traces, so they won't, you don't want to leave them bare copper. Nice. And I have that trace repair right there, if you can see it in the middle of the screen. It's just a wire between those two spots. Yeah, this one is done and looking beautiful. It's all cleaned up. Yeah, good to go. So I'll just get to work on socketing this one. This one's already a nice looking board. There's no problems with this. So we'll socket that one, and we'll be ready to put the chips in it and fire it up. Alright, now we got both of the boards socketed and ready for chips. Just got this guy done and cleaned up. Same thing. No broken traces at all, and nice and clean. No pads pulled even. Nice and clean, both boards. So I'll go ahead and grab all the chips, populate this thing, and yep, be ready to put some power to it and see what it does. We are all put together. Everything has been verified and double checked. And I turned it on and I got this error. ROM OK, RAM OK, IO2. Now what I want to do is I want to swap these two chips. These are the same chip. And see if it gives me an IO1 error. I think this chip is bad. So let me swap these two guys and see if it changes. Right now it says IO2. Yeah. So let's see what it does if I swap those. Okay, I have swapped these two guys. This one, let's see. Let's turn it on and see what it gives us. See it? IO1. That chip's no good. I think I have one of those that I can use just to boot this up, but it's not my chip. So let me do that. Okie dokie. I grabbed a different one. See, 5803. Yeah, it's a 5800 custom. And here's the, I mean, Valiant. It's a valiant effort, really. This thing that you guys remember, that socket was absolutely trashed. So this thing probably got corroded inside of it and opened up inside, is what my guess. And then heating these legs up probably just helped it up. There's not much you could do with this. So let's fire this thing up. Let's see what we get. Yeah, see? That's what I thought. Looks good. Sounds good. Garbage. So I'll set up the tripod and play a game of this. Pots. All right, I'll be right back. Oh yeah. Before I was getting ready to play, it sounded a little tinny to me. It didn't sound great. I replaced those two electrolytics, and now it sounds perfect. I'm using this speaker because I think one of those is blown out, and it doesn't sound great. Maybe not. Maybe I'll put it back up on that and see how it sounds. But it doesn't sound tinny anymore. It sounds clear. So I'm thinking though one of those caps was bad, if not both of them. So we'll set back up now and play a game. Yeah, 5 volts. No, I moved it back up to this speaker. It sounds perfect. It was just these caps were bad. It was tinny sounding. Now you'll see it sounds perfect. So let's do this. Oh! Oh, you got me. You got me. All right. That's it. This one's fixed. Done. Maintenance. 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 Fixing all this corroded crap. I replaced these 3 ICs. And all of these caps, remember. These are input-output I/O caps. Replaced all the sockets. This guy's no good. Custom. It's got an extra socket. I actually put that socket in there. I'm not going to remove it. Whatever. You know, it's just... I made a mistake. That was not populated. Yeah, so... Nice. That's going to do it. Everybody, thanks for watching. And we'll see you on the next Classic Arcade Repair. Bye for now.